Bro, let's get real. You're sitting there overthinking why she's pulling away when you've done everything right. You've texted first every time, planned the dates, been super available, and tried to show her how much you like her. But it feels like the more you give, the less she responds. You're thinking maybe if you just do more, try harder, prove yourself a bit more, she'll finally see your worth and appreciate you. But here's the harsh truth. That mindset is exactly what's killing your chances. Women aren't attracted to what's handed to them without effort. They don't want a man who is always available, dropping everything for them, and making her the center of his world. That energy screams, I need you to like me to feel good about myself. The second she senses that imbalance, she loses the emotional tension that creates attraction. Think about it. When something is too easy to predictable, always there, it loses its spark. It's not about playing games. It's about respecting yourself enough to not be chasing validation. You need to be a man with his own focus, mission, and purpose. A man who doesn't revolve his entire life around a woman he barely knows. You need to become the man who can walk away if she isn't showing the same interest, without feeling like you're losing everything. That's what women respond to. A man who knows his worth, who knows he doesn't have to prove himself, and who knows he is enough with or without her. You don't have to stop caring, but you need to stop showing her that you care more about her than you care about your own time and energy. Pull your energy back. Let her wonder about you, and let her feel the space to appreciate you. You meet a girl you like, and suddenly you're in her inbox every morning, replying instantly, sending her good night texts, dropping everything whenever she's free. At first, she seems into it, but then slowly she starts taking longer to reply, seems less excited, and you're left overthinking what went wrong. Here's what you don't see. When you're always there, always giving your attention, without her having to earn it, you remove any sense of tension or mystery. And without tension, there is no attraction. Humans are wired to value what they might lose and what they have to work for. When you're too available, there's nothing for her to work for, nothing to get curious about, nothing to miss. It becomes predictable, and predictability kills excitement. The best thing you can do is to stop making her the center of your focus and pull back your energy. Not to punish her, not to manipulate her, but to reset the dynamic and show you have a life worth living outside of her. Let her feel your absence. Let her have a moment where she checks her phone wondering why you haven't texted yet, wondering what you're up to. Let her feel that curiosity. That curiosity is what creates interest and attraction. You need to live your life in a way that if she wants to be part of it, she has to step into your world rather than you constantly stepping into hers. It's not about ignoring her or playing games. It's about giving her the space to miss you and appreciate your presence when you're there. It's about valuing your energy and not pouring it into someone who isn't matching it. Pull back, focus on yourself, and let her come to you if she's genuinely interested. If she is, she will. You need to understand that when you're always available, always texting first, and always ready to drop everything for her, you're not creating any space for her to feel your absence, and that's exactly why her interest starts to fade. At first, your attention feels good, but when there's no pause, no distance, it starts to feel suffocating, predictable, and easy to take for granted. Most guys think the way to keep a woman interested is to always be there, to always keep the conversation going, to constantly prove they care. But attraction doesn't work like that. People value what isn't immediately and constantly available. And women are no different. When she never has a moment to wonder about you, to think, where is he? What's he doing? She never gets to feel the excitement that comes from missing you. That tension is what creates desire. The silence between interactions is not something to fear. It's a necessary part of building attraction. Think about how you feel when someone you like takes a little longer to reply, and you find yourself checking your phone, wondering what they're up to. That's the exact feeling you want her to have about you, but she can't experience that if you're always flooding her with your presence. This doesn't mean you need to ignore her or pull away out of spite. It means you need to genuinely focus on your own life, your goals, your health, your mission, and let your attention be earned, not given freely at all times. Let her feel your absence so she can appreciate your presence. Let her wonder about you and miss you. When you give her the gift of space, you give her the opportunity to come towards you, and that is when you truly see where her interest lies. If you're always texting her first, checking in constantly, and making sure the conversation never dies, you're not giving her the space to miss you, and that's why she doesn't feel that spark you want her to feel. Attraction grows in the silence, in the moments she's left wondering what you're doing. If you're thinking about her, if you're seeing someone else, or if you're too busy living your life to be on your phone all day. Think about the last time you missed someone. It didn't happen while they were blowing up your phone. It happened when there was distance, when you didn't know what they were doing, when you felt the absence of their energy. That is what creates desire. The problem is most guys get scared the moment a girl starts pulling back, so they overcompensate, texting more, giving more attention, and trying to keep her interest alive by flooding her with validation. But that energy is needy, and women can sense it immediately. Instead of making her want you, it convinces her that she doesn't need to think about you because you're always there, ready and waiting. The truth is, you need to stop being afraid of silence. You need to stop fearing the space between messages or the gaps between seeing each other. That space is your ally, not your enemy. It's what gives her the chance to replay your conversations in her head, to miss your presence, to wonder if you're thinking about her. It's what makes her check your stories to see what you're up to. If you want to keep a woman's interest, you have to give her room to feel your absence and realize your presence is not guaranteed. That's what makes her crave more of you. Guys walk into dating like it's a business deal they need to close. They think if they take her out, compliment her, and show her how nice they are, she should like them back in return. But that mindset kills attraction because it turns what should feel like a story into a transaction. Women don't fall in love with checklists. They fall in love with moments, with the emotions they feel when they're around you, with the story you create together without forcing it. When you're trying too hard to win her over, you're not letting the connection build naturally. You're pushing, rushing, and trying to control how she feels about you, and that makes her pull away because it feels heavy and desperate. You need to understand that real attraction takes time and requires you to trust the process. Let the story unfold instead of trying to write every page in a single day. Let there be moments where she wonders about you, moments of teasing, laughter, and tension that naturally pull her closer. Let there be nights where you end the conversation first, leaving her wanting more instead of draining all the energy from the interaction in one sitting. Stop trying to be perfect and let yourself be real. Show your ambitions, your hobbies, your passions, and the life you're living without trying to fit everything around her. Be the guy who is living a story so interesting that she wants to be part of it, instead of the guy who is rearranging his story to be part of hers. Let her see that you're not there to negotiate her affection, but to live, grow, and let something real build if it's meant to. That's how you create a connection that feels like a story, a business deal. You need to understand that the guy who can control his emotions and stay centered, no matter what she does, is the guy who always keeps the frame and earns her respect without having to demand it. Most guys panic the second she takes longer to reply, or she says she's confused about what she wants, or she pulls away a little, and suddenly they start overthinking, sending double texts, explaining themselves, seeking reassurance, and trying to force her to give them certainty. But the moment you start chasing that validation, you give away all your power. Women can feel when a man is emotionally dependent on their attention, and it instantly kills the spark. She doesn't want to feel like she's your lifeline, like you need her reactions to feel okay about yourself. She wants to feel your calm presence, your unshakable energy, and your ability to handle uncertainty without losing your center. That's what's attractive. It shows her you have emotional self-control, that you value yourself enough not to beg for validation, and that you can handle life without falling apart over a text message or a delay in her response. This doesn't mean you act cold, ignore her, or play childish games. It means you stay grounded, continue living your life, and keep your standards high without letting your emotions dictate your actions. When she feels you are a man who can stay cool under pressure, she sees you as someone she can trust and respect. If she pulls away, let her. If she takes hours to reply, don't take it personally.